When you truly understand the principle of going the extra mile, life takes on a new meaning. The world no longer feels like a place where you're forced to work hard just to survive. Instead, it transforms into a stage where each extra effort becomes a seed, sown into the soil of your future. This philosophy, as explained in Going the Extra Mile, isn't just about doing more than you're paid for. It's about living with intention, developing character, and stepping into a space where abundance flows from service, not from shortcuts. It's about mastering the invisible law of compensation, that what you give, with sincerity and without immediate expectation, will one day return multiplied. At its heart, going the extra mile is a philosophy of personal integrity. It's a choice to give more, care deeper, and contribute beyond what's required, even when no one is watching. And that's where its real power lies. In the still, quiet spaces of daily life, when you decide to stay a little longer to help someone, or put more effort into a task than your peers, you begin to shape your destiny. This book reminds us that it's in those hidden acts, those silent commitments to excellence, that greatness is born. One of the key insights from the book is that those who consistently go the extra mile attract opportunities that others never even see. It's not about luck, it's about energy. People are naturally drawn to those who show up fully, who radiate a spirit of excellence and service. Employers notice, partners notice, the world notices, but more importantly, you notice. You begin to see yourself differently, not as someone who only reacts to life, but as someone who initiates growth, who chooses to bring light wherever they go. Imagine someone working in a corporate job, perhaps in a support role, answering calls and helping clients with their issues. Most people in that position might just do the bare minimum, follow the script, resolve the ticket, and move on. But the person who goes the extra mile, who listens with genuine empathy, who anticipates needs, who follows up, becomes irreplaceable. They're no longer seen as just another employee. They become a leader, even without a title. Eventually, they rise, not because they asked for a raise or demanded recognition, but because their value became undeniable. The book illustrates, time and again, that this principle is a law of nature. Like planting seeds in fertile soil, going the extra mile requires faith. You might not see the result right away, but those seeds grow. They grow in relationships, in careers, in self-confidence. Every time you give more than you're asked, you're building a foundation that nothing can shake. But it's not easy. That's part of the lesson. Going the extra mile often means going against the grain. It means choosing excellence in a world addicted to convenience. It means enduring moments of being overlooked, misunderstood, even taken for granted. Yet, this book gently reminds us that true greatness is forged in precisely those moments, when you choose to keep giving, even when the applause hasn't come yet. There's a beautiful passage in the book that describes how a young artist, working for a publishing house, would stay late every night to improve his craft. While his peers rushed home, he would redraw, rewrite, and reimagine each panel. For years, no one noticed. But one day, a senior editor stumbled upon his after-hours sketches and offered him the lead role in a new project. That book became a bestseller. That artist became a creative director. But the breakthrough wasn't magic. It was the fruit of countless unseen hours, of silent discipline, of the extra mile. The book teaches that the extra mile isn't just a career strategy, it's a way of living. With soul, it's about becoming the kind of person who refuses mediocrity. It's about bringing warmth into your interactions, doing more than you're asked, and never settling for just enough. When you live this way, life opens up in beautiful, unexpected ways. You meet people you never would have met. You find doors where others only see walls. Another powerful idea explored is how this principle affects relationships. We often treat our loved ones casually, assuming they'll always be there. But the person who goes the extra mile in love, who listens more intently, who gives without expecting, who remembers the little things, becomes a rare and cherished soul. Marriages thrive, friendships deepen, families heal, all because one person chose to give a little more than they received. Even in personal development, this idea shines. The person who reads one more page, who wakes up a little earlier to meditate or learn, who takes the time to reflect, slowly but surely transforms. They become more resilient, more insightful, more grounded. Growth doesn't come from bursts of effort, it comes from the quiet, steady discipline of extra steps, taken day after day. But there's a subtle warning too. The book cautions against expectation. If you go the extra mile only to get something in return, you've missed the essence. The reward will come, yes, but only when the motive is pure. This principle only works when your heart is in it. When you serve because it's who you are, not because it's what you want to gain. There's a transformative beauty in that. Because when you live like this, you stop waiting for recognition. You stop measuring yourself by external standards. You begin to see your life as a masterpiece in progress, and each extra effort is a brushstroke that adds depth and color to your journey. In one chapter, the author reflects on how society often rewards short-term wins. People crave shortcuts to success, hacks for happiness, quick fixes for long problems. But the truth, as this book so powerfully argues, is that lasting success is built on quiet, consistent effort. It's built in the small, unseen moments, when you decide to keep going, to care more, to stretch beyond your comfort. Going the extra mile, then, is a practice, a habit, a lifestyle, and it's deeply spiritual. It brings you closer to your higher self, the part of you that longs to give, to create, to serve. Every act of going beyond what's expected is an affirmation that you are not just here to survive, but to thrive. Not just to succeed, but to contribute. It also touches on the universal law of increasing returns. What you sow, you reap, not always from the same field, and not always on your schedule, but always, inevitably. The one who gives fully today may find blessings pouring in from unexpected sources tomorrow. The job you didn't get may lead to a better one. The help you offered without thanks might lead to a connection years later. Life has its own rhythm, but it always honors those who live generously. The book closes with a deeply emotional reminder that going the extra mile is ultimately a form of love. Love for your work, love for people, love for life, and love, when expressed in action, transforms everything it touches. When you commit to this path not for applause, but from the depth of your being, you become unstoppable. The world may try to pull you back into average, into comfort, into excuses. But once you've tasted the joy of excellence, of giving fully, you'll never want to go back. And so, the message lingers: do more than you're paid for. Show up more present than you're expected. Love more deeply than you're required. Live more intentionally than you're told. This is how we rise. This is how we become our best. Not by waiting for the world to give us more, but by becoming the kind of people who always give more to the world. In a society driven by speed and shortcuts, going the extra mile offers a timeless truth: greatness lies not in what you have, but in what you give. Your journey, your legacy, your impact, they all begin with that one extra step. Take it, and then another, because the life you truly desire is waiting just beyond the mile most people never travel.